He's Vice President, Head of Sales of the APAC region, and he's prime focus, Mumbai. So Mr. Ankur Jain. Ankur leads sales and business development across segments like broadcast network, government and service providers, including strengthening of key account relationship. Industry, where he has been successful in building the cloud business for various enterprise applications and developing the alliances ecosystem as a key business driver. He was with Oracle Corporation India. He has also been associated with companies like SAP and Satyam and was leading sales across markets like India, US, and Europe. Ankur is an alumni of Symbiosis Institute of Business Management and XLRI, and he has a BE degree from University of Mumbai. So, Mr. Ankur, welcome to the show. Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Mr. Narendra Kumar Sinha. He's been with us, and we are really privileged to have him. So I'll invite him on the stage, sir. Shri N.K. Sinha is a career civil servant at state and central government. During his more than 37 years in the civil service, he has worked in the diverse area of governance and public policy. The Elicon software used by the election conceptualized and got developed by him during his tenure as District Magistrate Nalanda in 1989. He has also led the efforts for smart card-based driving license and registration certificate as Transport Secretary and Commissioner in Bihar. In his tenure as Joint Secretary and Additional Secretary in Ministry of Human Resource Development, National Mission on Education from Information and Akash 1 and Akash 2 low-cost tablets were also launched in a massive effort for content creation for various engineering and science courses, and creation of virtual laboratories, etc., were taken up under his leadership. As Principal Secretary IT, he conceptualized a of conservation and preservation of tangible and intangible cultural heritage of India. Welcome you, sir. So we have Ms. Samantha Ramlu from Method Digital. So we invite you onto the stage. Please come. And she is the Managing Director and co-founder of Method, an award-winning creative innovative agency, an M Theory and AR VR experience agency, and entertainment through web, mobile. Then we also have Mr. Yuji Yamana is a senior manager from NHK Japan. Please come on the stage. Mr. Yamana is the senior manager of NHK Engineering Administration Department in Tokyo. He started his career as an engineer of outside broadcasting department. He's been working for live events such as 2014 World Cup, 2015 MLB baseball. He currently is he is in planning department and is responsible for the new services and procurement management of NHK's 8K equipment. Welcome, Mr. Yamana. So we have a very, very distinguished panel today, and
panelists on the dais and esteemed delegates. What I am going to describe today, this morning, is the way I look at storytelling and technology. It is not necessary that everyone would have the same thoughts. It is not necessary. Panelists on the dais and esteemed delegates. What I am going to describe today, this morning, is the way I look at storytelling and technology. It is not necessary that everyone would have the same thoughts. It is not necessary that everyone would be agreeing with what I have to say. But I am going to mention something that we need from the technological advancements that have taken place so far, and perhaps give a nudge for the technology to move in that direction. Because without dreaming, perhaps it would not be possible to come out research and development, where we do something, immediately encash it, and then think of the next one. We all have also been hearing a number of times that many new things have already been invented, but not yet brought to the market, because the market needs to be milked by what also ponder over that. The session is technology in storytelling. Obviously, the first question which would come to anyone's mind is, what is a story? Have we defined it? Everyone may have some concept of a story, so do I have. Is it a collection of words and sentences? Also ponder over that. The session is technology in storytelling. Obviously, the first question which would come to anyone's mind is, what is a story? Have we defined it? Everyone may have some concept of a story, so do I have. Is it a collection of words and sentences which can transmit information and create emotions and feelings that the author
And there's the, the telecom or mobile industry. Or mixed together. And so, for C. And this part we did for the, the portfolio investment for we are talking about how to make the production based on the 4K. It will be as the live streaming delivery, okay, and to the SDI over IP solution, no completion, just go to the stadium. Solution. So we did it for that and get award that based on the wireless cell phone to make the 4K transmission, and that's the design. And of course, if you need for some areas, maybe the satellite can be combined together for the mixed communication solution. Okay. And the next product we did for is the all-in-one box, okay, based on the IP and the internet. For that, all IP based, and you can use for that easily to make the 4K HD switch the events for the live streaming, but important is that here you can make the titles or whatever, edit for that. So, even for the smart project, we present Barcelona in this year, okay? So it's combined together to offering actually for the total solution. So you can see it's combined for one. Means we did it for the football games together with the traditional broadcasting guys. And the government actually love to see new things to help them to deliver their voice, their message to the end users. Also, we have to build up all that based on the IP solution. all that based on the IP solution. And we did for some field contents with the CAFL, the China set for the platform. So first one, okay, so, and important is that people, everybody just bring the mobile phone, and mostly popular that I just bring the showing of whatever. And a couple of years ago, we just did using the satellite to make the 4K contents delivery. The first one working with CCTV in Beijing to make the pilot trial run just a couple of years ago. Just a couple of years ago. As this topic, we are talking about the new technologies, and I just it's just based on the quantum computing and to show some ideas that we go in with satellite China to go for the HBB TV solution. So it might be useful for the streaming to detect, using the one example we call the AI medial sexual detections. As the government here in China, we are just making monitoring on set for that. Okay, the contents, equipment.
Thank you. The presentation, please. Union. For those of you who don't know ASBU, ASBU is the professional association of public radio and TV broadcasters in the new technologies that
somebody help with these?
Press this.
This one? Okay. To program delivery. First, we'll start with the what ultra high definition can do for better content delivery, for better viewer experience. As you all know, ultra high definition offers an immersive experience with more pixels. Images look closer to paste motion sequence with a better quality and more details in the darkest and higher lightened the regions of the picture. In our part of the world, the broadcasters are seriously concerned in a ATP high definition TV rather than going for ultra high definition TV channels, and that's for bandwidth considerations and cost considerations. Indeed, upgrading from standard dynamic range to higher dynamic range is relatively cheaper than moving to ultra high definition TV channel delivery and production. The bandwidth needed to go with HDR TV channels. Multi-track sound production offers members or in enhancing TV content production by recommending to start to produce multi-track audio. And we are organizing at ASBU Academy another important aspect to enhance content is to add interactivity via social media. also to evolve more toward a more interactive approach with viewers. They need to develop strategies for making the most of the opportunity of the show. ASBU is organizing training and seminars on harnessing the power of social media. Programs. Current LCD radio receivers they can simultaneously receive news feeds and traffic information. They can devices that exist on the market can even be voice. It has been implemented in Tunisia, Kuwait, United Emirates, Bahrain. Some have pilot services, like in Algeria, Qatar, Oman. And sound, some voices that can even experience worse. Members started several years ago, have run and reached 50 hours. In Indonesia, Emirates, like in Oman, Jordan. Members seriously move radio broadcasting Saudi. ASBU that is recommends members to use content. That's content. Artificial, call it the next year. It cheaper bandwidth development is making to deliver business benefit. Creation is also being that is a proud age. Allow higher reach by transitioning from a particular to several plans and have a wider ASBU that is recommends members to use content. That's content. Artificial, call it the next year. It cheaper bandwidth development is making to deliver business benefit. Creation is also being that is a proud age. Allow higher reach by transitioning from a particular to several plans and have a wider for social media logistics can the processing content useful platforms. It can offer assistance assessing information quality, extraction, help through a large archive, storage sites, and assist repurposing. AI is really promising. It's right now how best enhancements and in common sense can be deployed. Cloud platform. It has a large range that allow exchange of news with member organizations. The platform is in GitHub is and it allows to service different TV programs, not only between members, but with international other international broadcasters and broadcaster units and so we consider additional services the use of intelligence allows better use of content exceeding our members. Finally, it's easy to done. They know about that. How our members using these technologies make better use of to enhance and building. Okay, so in this industry, we move to 5D production. This is imperative. We produce content platform. This can create digital production. In enable has been held IP transition to IP based. Right now, more content storage is stored hard disk and shared as deployed with SDI between social associated domains and or most important to for our members open audio plant well established AS for video. The capture enrichment to be easy and multiple. We need technologies and sound to speed management. Academy within our is training assessment studios 5 management. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. So what the technology, and we ask for any the whole nation from one ticket. And the for enhanced production. Move on to the Samantha and third. So we are in this area.
Thank you. Presentation. I just wanted to say I took some time to tour and stories through the old, beautiful art, historical. And their rich light and empathy and the meat we use. About explaining these stories, for reality can reach to life. And figure this. So just ourselves, we recognise Kampa about innovation space. Years have been doing VR space. And essentially create us with them. And I'll just play it about the sort of could you play? Augmented reality. I kind of want to quickly zero. Look at I got it from a technical storyteller to us. So bandage off everyone's between types of reality got available in augmented reality. It's a real world with visual graphics. Game on go, familiar with augmented reality, uses a phone device to. And then there's sense of the word. Typically deliver grace content. You get reality, accessibility, augmented reality, but your real world is split. Items are through as well. Sort of VR. You can bring the life through. We also a lot of graphic overlays, special overlays, sort of more of a. I think there's a lot of potential in a lot of, and then there's projection, augmented or video. Or similar surfaces, but a surface, a storage. This figures are a little old, but and this were augmented by 2000. You can see that much. Biggest, essentially, the glass. definitely not reality being worse, but that spread is a big thing, but content to make sure is really key. On board to the people to engage. Really wanted to do storytelling and reality and just what and what you can do both of those media. AR seems to work probably the best. Looking through a demand spend, looking through that meant into your real bite very much like they were things that you can enter that content. Might work really well with AR. You can create interactive build as a just often have you been and how long for storytelling as well. It works really well bringing articles, grey, experience, something that was what happened in the United States. Really useful thing. So we were showcasing walking to bring to life around and mountain and historical and type of story set, I guess the special editions, 3D, all of it to life. For your user, the story available to make merged realities. So extraordinary, and also environment. So this, bringing things to maintain real. What is the thing is to enhancing materials that stories that we might. So in VR. In VR, so experience looking towards is get on you one-on-one at the same time. Negative, that's is your you've got for it's however long, and they're there to no other just. And immersive in content. Yeah, and all justice. Important. Sound really have music. We've to because we've around through so. So what action and areas or you mentioned back to it a lot. So or experience. So we call a lean, essentially like a move back, and you watch. It's going to last. Sit in there, sit on for interact, and you can lend your guest drivers that it creates. that really put shoes like you're there immersed in with headphones, have the real, really create that whatever story. I think the thing that 360 video plonked down and remember impossible and film. Not to forget, they put people on the great audience. Really quickly, how to create kind of look out, being true and remember the video. And just situation in 10, 15 in there, put story, create, and is graphics than a trends. Then it's video by narrative and we marketing piece. Authentic, important for any, and not what life and age about. What you perceive when they've got with anything that uses reacts. I think the last people have from VR. There's a novel. It's also seconds surrounded by 3 experience. If there's no hook for so long, I often go VR like it. You get the right start engagement of experience, the control VR. So make an experience with all, you can have just remembering the compromise that's got all. You've got the visual light, and then those in. If so, VRs are really important. As I said before, but what you've study's been done much more memorably to remember, and if you can't, it's so on. It's becoming more, and you'll see a lot of experiences and being an empathy. Put people in, show your way of living. There's no other, and I think VR experience that. I thought, a lot of be dead, and is that you're actually seeing the experience, the travel experience, or from not necessarily so add and put people with experience. Make them, they may, we've had experiences how people with autism feel, and it won't be exactly, they're invoked. That's it.
Thank you. We have Yeah, please, Yamana. We're just hearing technology quality of people. We can hear him from the moment person and what we are looking at.